So, Paul, what is a deductible?
A deductible is the amount of a loss that you pay before the insurance company pays. It's technically, technically it's a retention. It's the part that you are going to insure, if you want to say that. Easy example is your car. You know, when you hit a pole or something, you say you have $500 deductible. So let's say you had $5,000 damage to your car as a result of the wreck, and the insurance company paid $4,500 of it. You pay the other $500 if $500 is your deductible. But deductibles can be different. It depends on what it is you're doing with the policy. And a good example, your home. Your homeowners, it can have a dollar deductible like your auto does. It could be $500 or $1,000. But it's become very common today for insurance companies to use percentage deductibles, where they might say that if your house burns down, there's a 1% deductible. Or usually wouldn't burn down. That's a bad example. But more like, let's say you had door damage from something, some burglars or something. They'll have a percentage deductible. And it might be 0.5% of your home's value, or it could be 1%. When you get down there to the coast, the insurance companies put like a 2% hurricane deductible, wind and hail deductible. And that comes in, that's a big number when you talk about replacing your roof, for example. So you have a $15,000 roof and they have a 2% hail deductible. That's a big chunk of money.
So it's a percentage of the house's value?
The limit on the policy, yeah.
Gotcha.
So if you had a $400,000 home and you had a 1% hail deductible, that's a big deductible. I mean, that's $4,000 that you're having to pay first before the insurance company pays the rest to replace your roof, for example. And then you get in other contexts where there's certain liability policies may have a deductible. When you get into commercial property insurance, it really gets interesting because they'll have an occurrence deductible, which means this is how much you pay when the bad thing happens, but regardless of how many different buildings you have. So $10,000 occurrence means we had a hail loss, you pay $10,000. But what if it's an apartment complex and they have a per building deductible of $10,000 and you have a hailstorm? Now you're having to pay $10,000 deductibles for each building, which that really piles up. So deductibles are one of those things you need to be clear about. And if you're dealing with the customer, you really need to make sure they understand what the deductible is and how it works.